Hey guys, welcome back. We have the Benchmade Saibu here today. This was loaned in from my buddy Snuggletummy. And Saibu, by the way, means details in Japanese. And there are a lot of details on this knife. This is a very small knife. This is smaller than something I would typically carry. But I know that I am a little bit on the opposite side because I like very big, large, overbuilt knives. So let's dive into the specs. 3 3/4 inches closed, 6 3/4 overall, with an under 3-inch blade, 2.96. The edge is 2.74. It's CPM 20 CV. Blade thickness is 0.114. Overall thickness of 0.469. And weighs in at 2.6 ounces and runs on phosphor bronze washers. So, very cool little knife. The action on this one is a little stiff so far, but I think it just needs to break in. There's no blade play. It's, centered. Very nice. So let's zoom in because there are details on here. So the blade is a nice kind of typical Benchmade stonewash type of mirrored blade. It's kind of a cross between a heavy stonewash and a mirrored blade. It has a G10 scale with cocoballa wood inlays, not only in the handle but also in the thumb stud. Very cool little detail. It's so light because it's very skeletonized with the G10. It is left or right-handed, which is great because of the dual thumb studs and the axis lock. It literally is identical left or right-handed. So for those 10% of the left-handed people out there, this is perfect. Just a very nice looking knife. Just a little small for my tastes. Now the pocket clip, it's really tight. And it kind of sticks up with the screws. The pocket clip is not great. Is it horrible? No. But it definitely is not super easy to put in or pull out of the pocket. It actually goes in, I think, a little bit smoother than coming out. And it will not hang up so much on the screws going in, but when you deploy it from your pocket is when it hangs up on the screws in my usage. The backspacer is kind of cool because it kind of mimics bamboo. So it kind of goes along with the whole cocoballa and kind of Japanese flair, if you will, to this knife. Now the blade may look very similar to the Rat 1 and Rat 2 blade shape and design. And I don't know if that was intentional or what, but we know that the Rat 1 and 2 blade shapes are super usable and super great. So the blade shape on this is really nice. Sizing, yeah, it fits in my hand, but for me personally, it's just small. It's very similar in size, and we'll do just a quick size comparison with the Spyderco Delica. Very similar. The Delica is a little bit longer overall, but in terms of blade length, you're basically right there. Different shapes, of course, but very similar blade length and thickness. I mean, the Benchmade one is a little bit thicker overall, but it starts out very similar. The Spyderco just kind of tapers down. Overall thickness is much bigger in your pocket over the Delica. But for those of you that like the Delica size or are, liking the smaller knives, this is a great option. It really is. And I love the cocoballa wood. I think that's just a cool play. This particular one, the wood matches from side to side. I have seen others where it's not quite the same. I mean, wood is a natural product. What would have been very cool is if they did a cocoballa wood inlay inside the access lock also, just to give it that little bit more detail, a little bit more pop maybe, if you will. But I think it's, all in all, it's a pretty cool knife. This one just needs to break in some more because the access lock in general is super drop shut. And with a little bit of wrist flicky, it works perfectly fine. And it does have a lanyard hole if you're into that. You know, I could have gone without that, but that's okay. But overall, pretty cool. Let's do some real size comparisons here. With a Sharpie. The Delica we already did. So let's just step it up and go with the Endura, since we have one right here. Two different classes of knives, two different ballparks for sure. How about the ZT0230? It's a slip joint, similar. Very cool slip joint, by the way. And how about the Holt Spectre? So there you have it. I mean, the Benchmade is cool. It's around $200 now. I saw online before doing the video. And these are still available. And overall, it's a nice knife. So thanks, Snuggletummy, for sending that in along with the rest of the stuff that you sent in. I do greatly appreciate all of the help. So let me know what you think of this Benchmade Saibu down in the comments. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow.